You guys heard the retro. You
Well,
guys
well
know
that
what's
was
up.
intense.
Yeah.
Fast was telling me to go after Moonsip.
That got a little fucking heated there for a second, I would say.
Just a little
Yeah, Dobo, Moonsip and Fassel have had a history, so I kind of wasn't really caught off guard, but I was a little caught off guard by Fassel and his brother, kind of, but they had brothers. Um, but yeah.
That was
So-
my pick.
Yeah, alright, so this game, what do you guys...
Go Celts or Celts.
Oh, and what would you want to just infantry focused with some siege? Or?
Yeah, it looks like infantry siege. I do have. Let's see. I know cavalry. I have.
Or you kind of want to fill that, like...
I do have full paladins on here, siege rams, and infantry faster. And halberds. Yep.
Do you guys think this is just that? This is gonna kind of decide who I'm gonna pick. Do you guys think this is our last game of the night, or you think we'll play one more? Just because.
depends on if it's long.
Okay.
If it's
Yeah.
another hour-long game, it's probably gonna be the last one.
That's what she said. Depends if it's long.
Damn it.
All right. If I was thinking, I would be. This is our last game. I was gonna do the Goths, but if it's not, I was thinking Incas. Or no? What do you guys think?
I'd rather you go Goths if you're gonna do that. So I think like what Vassal did was really key was the whole thing of both sides. Is that's the cool thing about the Goths is basically you pump out a bunch of troops, send them in, they wipe, but then you can attack the top. So honestly, they have no idea which way you're going.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm
But
Goths, so
if you want to do Goths, honestly, if we already have a Celt, so we're already doing infantry. So I mean, if we do Gothsimer, I'm gonna have to try to think.
I just know. Well, I know that the Goths would be good for me too, especially if we can be up top again, because I keep getting. It would be helpful if I could just pump units out really quickly too, which would be nice.
Well, so I wanted to say too. I don't know, Saman. What did you think of his building? I felt like we could have maximized that area better up top.
For sure. Part of it was the house wall, kind of.
Yeah.
Took up some spaces because you kind of doubled down on that house wall, if that makes sense. But for the most part, it wasn't too bad. If anything, I would have liked a little bit more forward building, but you did that eventually after some guidance with the outpost, and then once you saw that, then you built the 2 barracks like I asked, and then you were kind of okay after that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I just thought it was for me because siege workshops are a little bigger, so I was kind of struggling on where to put them, and
Yeah, I mean but that's the way this map is. That's kind of always going to be an issue, to be honest, unless like he leaves an area specifically for siege workshops.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess just the grid. Do you have the grid someone on yours?
No.
Because he had like 2 barracks and then like one was staggered or a third was staggered, and so then it like you couldn't build anything in between. That's why I was just thinking like if he either built the barracks more of in like a grid or just kind of a line or something.
Well, I don't have the grid either. Yeah.
Like, but you don't really need it. It was just like the buildings kind of because I don't even think you can put a stables. Like Sharky couldn't even build there too. So and then I think Saman, when you finally built, you had to build like in the back.
Well, I kind of did that on purpose.
Sure. But I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. Clearly, I mean, I was still able to get siege. Honestly, it kind of made it a good pace. Like my siege was able to like kind of go behind lines and to catch up. So instead of because if there was just if there was a tunnel or like a lane for the siege, then that's where they would hit, right? So it'd be like they would block there, stuff like that.
But so that kind of shows you, building it a little bit back, not the biggest problem at all, and more particularly, especially with the cav, the more back you build, like the more forgiving it is with cavalry than it is with infantry. Right? You know what I mean? You're building infantry in the back, that shit's slow to get to the front, but you put cav in the back, that shit get there at the same time the infantry coming out in the front.
Yeah.
So that's why it's kind of like you want to prioritize which player is building kind of what, where. So that's what I'm talking about, building strategically. You guys are starting to get there, but sometimes it's not about being strategic. It's more about, okay, if Dobo himself is stuck out there by himself, he's not gonna. He's got to build what he needs to build. You know what I mean? You guys aren't there. Like, take example, Sharky side. Sharky side was open. There was so much building space, but he had to build defensively because nobody was there, and I wasn't gonna build in the area to fortify it for him. That's why I said, Sharky, you need to fortify this area.
I've been trying to also, if you guys seen my, I try to put my scouts on each side and move them forward and backward constantly during the early game. Once the game gets going, it's kind of hard to keep doing that because I'll have them sometimes patrolling too, but they'll get picked off or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah. And Sharky, scout like kind of on a more regular basis, like say every 5 minutes send a scout.
All right.
And then same thing goes for you, Sharky and Dobo. Like, you saw how much one outpost can change the game.
Yeah, think of it like this. The not so, the outpost, the scouting is more of like when you do stuff in the game, they're doing stuff as well. So wouldn't it be beneficial to go see that? Like, so you basically, what I'm saying is like you're doing a couple things, okay, and you already sent a scout out, and then it's been a couple minutes because you've been doing things. Then you want to like refresh and see what changed. So it's like kind of just do little things, go check, do little things, go check, stuff like that. Kind of have that in your mind. I was trying to compare that to when when I'm raiding, we have one of my abilities is a shackle, and I shackle some of these units that don't attack my guys, but it has like 40 seconds, so I have to constantly go back because it'll also break. So after 40 seconds, or I shouldn't say after, it might break at 30 seconds left. So I had to actually go quickly back and look at it 10 seconds later. So I'm constantly just going back to it and making sure the shackle's up. And so it's kind of the same thing in a way. Is like keep scouting, go do something, come back. But yeah, it's bandwidth and stuff. It's
Yeah,
something to
but
improve on.
I'm saying, like, if it's in a frontline area, and the scout's just gonna go there to die, if you can, just build an outpost.
Oh, the outpost. I'm not saying the outpost is great.
I'm
for sure.
saying, like, build an outpost. It's 5 stone and some wood, like whatever wood. Like,
for sure.
That shit, honestly, I'm telling you right now, Dobo, had you not done that, me, Logan, and Sharky would not have reached you in time to save that Vittoria and your base.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. It was a good learning experience.
Yeah.
Ooh, they're taking their sweet time to make a pick, huh?
Yeah, well, they gotta
They're
pick it as
still
a team.
fighting.
So. Yeah, but this time, guys, I'm not gonna be telling you reminders. Okay, scout. I'm not gonna be doing that this time around. So that's why I'm telling you pre-game. You've seen it work for you guys past 2 games. You've seen it work. You know how to do it now. So go out there and do it. You get attacked, call it out. I'll help you out. You don't call it out, I won't help you out. Sound fair?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, that's actually a good pick.
Yeah, they went Spanish. So I just want to clarify real quick, Dubbo, what's gonna be your secondary role?
I was looking at that, and I was thinking that I would probably do. Thought it'd be a little bit of surprise if I did hand cannoneers, but I could also do heavy cav archers. I don't think anyone would expect me to do hand cannoneers because I rarely ever do that.
Okay, I'm cool with that. As long as you got something lined up to keep your
Yeah.
units alive.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, I don't, you know, if that works with you guys, I'm on board with it.
Sharky, how about you?
See, yeah, I'm thinking infantry primarily, and then siege to shore up, and cavalry, of course.
Okay, cool. Logan, what are you thinking?
Not quite sure. I kind of want to see what they're picking next. Let's see.
Fair enough. I got no problem with that.
It's kind of a mix of a couple because I feel like we don't have strong like cavalry, so possibly. I mean, the problem with the Huns is no siege, right? So then that would Sharky would have to do a little much on that. And then we're kind of fast too, so Italian
Vietnamese.
seems a little slow.
Vietnamese. Shows
And then yeah, so they're elephants. Okay, so then I mean I was leaning towards Italians. That would kind of fill it.
It's your call, my friend.
Mhm. And then the Spanish, like I know but it's probably not going to have a lot of conquistadors, but the kind of or whatever they can anti gunpowder. But then I'm leaning too much on the castles too. They need more range.
Hello. What's up?
So,
Yeah, so yeah, just waiting on them to pick teams. Sorry, my wife just walked in.
What do we feel about like the Cumans? So I still have pretty good siege with the cavalry.
They're wet.
They have they have solid siege. Good cav archers. Very mobile.
Mm-hmm.
Their archers are not very tanky though. Very easy to die. Die very fast. So you gotta really kind of like micro and take care of them. You're looking at a lot of, from my point of view, some more heavy units on their side right now.
Oh, like the Koreans. No, I'm just kidding.
Great archer set, by the way.
What'd you say?
They're great archers. Too.
Yeah, but it's just the castles have been kind of hard to come by.
Not necessarily castles, because their military units cost minus 20% wood, minus siege. So that's why they're good archers. Too.
Right, right. Hmm. Oops. They're. Damn it! This sucks. Okay, so that would. What about Chinese? Think of that.
Chinese, solid pick, but you're falling under the same umbrella of Italians. If that makes sense.
Oh, like the slow is what you're saying, or?
I mean, yeah. To be honest, yeah.
Hmm.
The Italians
What can take out those heavy? I'm trying to figure out like the heavy units without. Hmm.
Well, think about it this way. Right now, Dubbo's against Shuaib. So if he comes to the Ellies, then you've got halberdiers already lined up for you.
Mm-hmm. But he's gonna come with.
How are you
Oh
gonna
wait.
keep? How are you gonna keep his halberdiers alive? That's the question. That's a team discussion, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. It doesn't necessarily you be the one taking them out. It could be Dobo's taking them out. You're just keeping Dobo alive.
Right.
Or it could be you taking them out with maybe scorpions. Or the Italian archers, you know? Maybe it could be you taking them out. But it's all about how you approach it as a team.
Mm-hmm. Well, so okay, so to counter what takes out Goths, yeah, like you said, Scorpions, other infantry, right? If he sends a bunch of Huskarls, then maybe Champions are going up there. So yeah, I guess kind of archers in a way.
Yeah, that's why you usually want at least one archer. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. Whoa, shit. What was that, Civ?
Shit, I don't remember. Which civ were you
Was it
talking
the
about?
Koreans, right? You're saying Koreans?
Koreans are a solid archer civ.
Yeah, I like it.
Give a new civ a shot, right? Play something different. Have some fun with the game.
What did Vassal rate? What the fuck? You saw it. Oh my gosh. Here, I'll send it to Dovo. It's in Discord, John.
What?
I'll send you this video. Vassal just made a video of me.
Logan's AAA game, man. Mongols.
Doesn't even look like you.
No,
I'm sure it is
him.
your face, but
It's Logan's AAA game. That's what he titled it. Logan's AAA game tonight. He just sent that shit.
But he puts my face in there though. I'm gonna before this game. I gotta go to the bathroom.
That's fine.
So they're countering siege. A lot of ranged going on.
This game, yeah.
Yep.
But they also got the heavy units too.
Yeah.
I am gonna be a little bit slower with this sim if I take it. Yeah, why not? Like I said to Logan, have some fun, right?
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm back.
Delete the object on the flared location.
All right, so Moonsif is back bottom again, right?
No, Munsu's mid.
Yeah,
Fuck.
mid and
Right.
Vassals Mongols at bottom. Against
yeah,
Turkey.
he's facing me again as Mongols this time.
Okay.
Alright, guys, you got this.
3 for 3, baby. Let's go.
Attack player 7.
Yeah, so Doba, make sure you have barracks top and bottom, and then possibly mid too, when you start getting those
I'm
resources.
lining those motherfuckers up everywhere.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Well, just 3 top and bottom. Like you don't need go all out. Now, obviously, if we start making gains or they start
Yeah, so
pumping shit, then yeah.
quick tip. I agree with Logan. You only
Attack
want
the
like
enemy with
3,
battle
4
elephants.
in each area, right? But now
Attack
if you're
the enemy with
committing
scorpion.
to that
Attack
area
player
as a
8.
team,
Right. Sure.
and you
Attack
just
player
like gained
8.
on some ground, or you need just more units, then you can start popping up a couple more, you know?
Delete
Yeah, I figure
excess
there's some like
warships.
in
Because
maybe
don't
like 1 or
forget,
2 like
with
where
the
Logan's at,
Goths,
and then 3 where Sharky's at.
Yeah,
You know,
but-
3 where I'm at.
but just don't forget with Goths, you will burn through resources faster than any other civ.
Yep.
So I want you to kind of keep that barracks count a little bit on the lower side initially.
Actually, if we're not about to start, maybe I should be teal. Can we switch that right now?
Your guys' call.
What do you want to do?
Sure.
All right. All right.
But
last game of
remember,
the night.
so Dobo, he does have the elephant's top. So
Yeah.
All right.
So just keep scout, keep an eye on where they're going, and just be ready. I mean, for all you know, Munsif could be sending paladins to Shark.
Okay.
You know, so with you being in the center, you're gonna want barracks both ways to be able to help both of them out.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I figured that's why I just be easier to spread them like that.
Tabish, Shastin Ban, Atuts, Utska, Share, Ashik, Shastin Ban, Shastin Ban, Ashik, Shastin Ban, Ashik, Ashak, Ashik, Ashak, Ashika, Atuts, Ashak, 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 Ashak. Share. Ashak. Ashak. Ashike. Ashak. Ashak. Ashak.
alright, pumping out a scout.
I'm out, Scout.
Likewise. I was making one.
Tabish. Ashak. 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 Ashak.
Tip for you, Sharky: set the rally point to the woods so that when your villagers come out, they're automatically, getting some sort of resource.
Alright.
Atuts. Ashak.
Share. Ashte. Ashike. Ashte.
Share. Ash. Atuts. Share. Tabish. Ashak. Ashike. Ashi. Ashiri. Ashi. Kasamash.
Hey, by the way, guys, just so you know, my team has not, I've been actively telling them not to build a TC by my wood line, so I'm the only one.
Oh, yeah, Logan wasn't doing that. Tobo just kind of did, but that's
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know not to do that. My bad. I'm
it's
of 'em.
fine. Yeah, just
I'm
yeah,
open.
there you go. You're good.
I just saw it as an opportunity for more wood.
It's fine. You only cut through like
Wait, so he can see everything we're doing, or is that just from scouting?
He probably scouted.
You guys should be on your second TCs.
Yep.
Working on it.
I'm on it. I'm clearing out the area.
Oh, I thought he was dead. Oops. I pulled away from this boar. Hopefully I didn't lose somebody.
A tots. Așa.
Yeah.
Așa. Așa. Așa.
A tots?
Scouting again on Shoaib and I'm sorry, Faisal and Munsif's line. Yeah, Munsif's fortifying pretty heavily on his base. He's kind of turtling.
Yeah, because he knows Fastle's not going to come to his aid. I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So yeah, he has 2 TCs. Munsif and Shoaib are built pretty close together.
Oh shit, I have a boar behind me? Where did this boar come from? Fuck.
Probably fair.
Care. Așa. Așa. Așa.
Tabiș? A tots? Șarep. Așse, 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 așse. Așse. Așse.
Așică. Așa.
Shoaib's working on his boars.
Tabiș?
Alright,
He sent one villager to to the boars and it died.
Tabiș.
Angel,
A
Python.
tots.
I mean, skirmisher, sorry.
I got a bombard tower on my side. What? Why are these boars not attacking? There we go. Jeez.
Need more farms, brother. That's a job
Yep,
for
yep. Yep. I'm trying to, right now I'm just working on
Alright, putting up my market.
spreading the love to Sharky and Logan right now with
A tots?
No, I see that. I see it. Good job. Just
Aștept.
more farms. You ain't tightly packed like this guy.
Tabiș?
Very true.
Aștept.
You only start sending over to your side.
Aștept. Aștept.
Do we have markets yet? Oh, okay.
I'm sending market. Where is it?
Care. Așa.
How'd
Sharky,
you guys
where's
get
your
those
Dude, Sharky, where's your? Oh, you got it. Okay.
Town center's on there, on the way there. And my market is
Got it. Yeah. Found it.
good. And yep. Build my first 15.
All right, let's all shoot another scout out if we can.
Good call.
Logan, you looking alright over here?
Yeah.
You need any backup? I can make some guys if you need. Let me know. Same with you, Sharky. If you need any backup.
All right. See, let me. I'll scout.
Sharky, you might
It's Munsif and
you might want to focus a little bit more on some military production buildings. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You got two barracks and one stable.
Yep.
Ashike. Ashak. Ashak. Tabish. Ashak.
Ashike.
Alright, they got a decent sized army right here.
Ashak.
Scout just ran right into them.
Yep.
A lot of skirmishers.
Tabish. Ashsea.
Aduts. Ashak. Ashike. Ashak.
Shalev. Ashsea.
Tabish. Ashi.
Sharky, might want to expand. Oh, yeah, never mind. I just saw this. Good job. Just want to build there a little bit, you know?
yep.
Aduts. Shastimban. Ashike. Keri. Ashak. Ashak. Ashak.
Once you break out, am I allowed to mine your wood?
Ashike. Ashak. Ashak.
it's
Ashak.
like, yeah, nah,
Ashak.
fuck it. Now we're good.
Ashak. 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 Ashak.
He's scouting mid.
Battle bells.
It's Faisal and Munsif still over there.
Tabish. Ashak. Share. Ashak. Ashak. Tabish. Ashak. Ashak. Shade. Adut. Asha.
Tabish. Ashsea. Adut. Ashsea. Ashike. Ashsea.
Ashike. Asha. Shade. Asha. Adut. Asha. Ashike.
All right, are we collecting resources in the middle? Let's go, guys.
Yep. All right. Moving middle. Moving on the boars.
Asha.
See some calves, so I think
Asha. Asha. Asha.
Been trying to push all the boars to their side.
Ashike. Asha.
skirmishers and
Shade.
skirmishers and pikemen. So I'm going to see maybe an Anjou may be of help there.
Oh, don't forget to hit refresh on your mouse. Just did.
Bottleneck on trade here.
Oh, let me delete the houses.
Shade.
And scout mid. I know there's a bunch of boars there.
Tabish. Utska. Ashike. Shade. Justin Ban. Tabish.
Oh, hitting for Tor.
Ashike. Utska. Sha. Justin
They're
Oh.
Ban.
hitting yours.
Yeah, I've
Justin Ban.
yeah, someone's coming to help, and I have some.
I got forces
Tabish.
coming too.
Utska. Justin Ban.
Okay, I need to find where that gap was.
Justin Ban.
I think I'm probably gonna wall off that area.
Utska. Justin Ban. Sha. Shade. Utska. Justin Ban. Sha. Utska. Justin Ban. Shike. Justin Ban. Tokaya.
Oh, green's in our base.
Utska. Justin Ban. Shade. Utska.
Just
Well,
scouting.
it's fine. Move those pikemen. Yeah, Delby, you can move your pikemen.
Yeah, hold on.
Shike.
Green's in my base.
Sha.
I got first castles going up.
No, it's just yeah.
I'm basically gonna just hold up until I can get a Korean ball going.
Spaghetti.
Get those stones, the castles going. I got bombards on my side. Shoaib's got 3. I think he's putting up another one. Just try to kill this villager. Maybe, maybe not.
You guys go this way.
What was that board
Yeah,
doing?
that has me. Okay.
No, it was like spinning around. Yeah, cavalry coming in on you.
Another boar back there. We need to get.
Alright, can we get an outpost down here? Oh man, look at these guys. Oh,
I
I
can get
love
that.
it. Everyone's getting these resources. Oh, looks like we're about to have a battle mid. Red's here.
Let's see. Do I have a? I don't have a
Get that
siege
board.
there.
No, don't it. Okay.
Archer's on the way.
Whoa, blue's blocking off top? Am I seeing that correctly, guys? See
Yeah,
that?
I see that.
Yep.
Shastinban. Shastinban. Tabish.
A little surprising.
Shari. Ashike. Utska. Shari.
Oh shit! Hey, Dobo, can you kill that boar for me?
Sha.
Fuck, all my guys are dying.
Tokaya. Utska.
There's a building here.
Shastinban.
It's the town center, and it's pretty well protected.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's Vassal over there.
It's a big force.
Okay, moving the Onager up ahead. Protect the Onager. Can do that.
Ashike. Shastinban. Utska. Shari. Shastinban. Tabish. Shastinban.
Let's take out. Oh shit!
Ashike. Shashike.
The
Tabish.
yellow. Get the yellow guys.
Shastinban. Shastinban.
Hey, Sharky, get those Zonagers ready.
Yep.
Pancake all those Imperial skirmishers.
Moving.
Get them ready.
Okay, okay.
Just grab one at a time. One at a time. Split them up. Split them up. Leave one back. There you go. Yeah, perfect. Awesome. Oh, you got those villagers. Oh, what? How did that not take out a villager? Nice. All right, those skirmishers, the green ones. There we go. There's the red ones.
Tabish. Atuts.
Tabish. Ashke.
All right, back shit. Back it up. Back it up.
Ashike. Molone.
Shari. Ashike.
A bit more pikemen.
Shari.
On the way, my
Oh yeah, nice, Sharky. There you go. Oh, you wait. That was a good pancake though. Oh wait, you have another one right there. Yeah, yeah. Send that other one in. Send it in.
Shari.
Move up your skirmishers.
Share.
I'm out of range. Move up.
Yeah, yeah.
There we go.
Ashike. Ashse. Ashse. Ashse.
Ashike.
Cracker on
All right,
them.
now back it up from the bombards. Yeah, yeah.
Tabish.
Now you can shoot it. Up. Yeah, there you go. Oh,
Is it
good try
good
there.
knock?
Back up. All right, back him up. Back him up. Back him up.
Okay, Cav could work with that.
Atuts.
See, do I have stables here? I do not.
Ashike.
Oh shit! I accidentally made fucking. Fuck, hit the wrong button. I accidentally made fucking champions. God damn it.
I do see.
Oh, I know. I didn't mean to make them as well.
Shari. Kayashe. Tokaya. Kayashe. Shastinban.
You got some guys in the back here.
Atuts.
Why am I making more houses? I don't need houses. What the heck?
Asha.
So they're pressuring here. I can make a
Tabish. Sha.
Onager for that.
Sha.
Sure, I could help you out with that.
Ashike. Shastinban. Tokayashe.
Castle. Let's see. Where can I castle?
Utska.
Ashse. 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 Ashse.
Oh, I'm lose. I need more halberdiers up mid. Shit.
Shari.
Here, got you.
Sha. Utska. Sha.
Yeah, Delbo. Do you have any production in mid?
Tabish.
Everything's kind of circulated around me, so I'm just having everything flow to it.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay. Yeah.
I
Where?
mean, my biggest issue is I'm at pop limit right now.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. How Halberdy's doing here? Is that? Actually, let me help you with siege if you're pushing there anyway.
Sha.
Yeah, Rams. That's a good choice.
Tabish. Ashike. Shastinban. Uts. Shastinban. Shari. Sha. Utska. Atuts.
Alright, should I go after the elephants here?
Tabish.
Or no, because the bombards. What do
You said
guys
elephants?
think? Yeah, there's elephants right here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, whoa. Hey, whoa. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Are you just killing them, or what was?
I asked if I could
Castle,
help, but I haven't
castle.
said anything.
He did ask.
So better for castle.
I mean, I said no, or I mean, I was gonna say no, but
Yeah, you thought
I didn't
so,
answer.
You didn't say anything.
He
Yeah.
didn't answer.
Ashike.
A non-answer is a go for it.
I mean, come on, don't send halberdiers into bombard towers.
Like I said, the non-answer is to go for it.
Well, it's a bad wrong answer, or non-answer.
Storm's already in the center.
Yep, I see that.
Share. Babish. Aduts. Kasamash. Share. Ashike. Kasamash. Kasamash.
Why don't these fuckers listen when I put them on defensive stance? Jesus Christ.
Asha. Asha. Ashike.
I have tower. I do have a ram.
Asha.
Ashike, Tabish. Ashte, Ashike, Ashti.
Sharky, you gotta... Shit.
Molonel.
Alright, Sharky's hitting that town center. Nice.
The takedown.
There, take him out with the...
Backing you up.
Okay, we do need trebs for these towers.
Or rams.
Yeah, they do have elephants, and then building more pikes.
Oh, they're totally not ready for this.
Babish. Keri. Asha. Asha.
Adut,
Building more pikes, and I do have siege.
Ashte. Share. Tabish.
Okay, I'm also building onagers there. My pikemen to the mid.
Alright, doing the same.
What else can I do? I was in that section as well.
Oh, the bombard was in
Get that
range.
back up.
Whoops.
And once towers on my end too. Pressure there.
Adut,
Adut. Keri. Ashike. Let's go.
Alright, Logan, I'm staying on that at least for you.
Vongers as well.
Oh, I have some war wagons that are stuck. Fuck.
Ashike, Ashtimba.
They're like in the castle.
Oh, push them into the castle and pull them back out.
Tabish, Keri. Ashike.
Yeah, thanks. Good thing it's a castle, not a regular barracks or something.
Ashtimban. Ashte.
Ashike. Asha.
Share. Ashte.
Share. Asha.
Tabish. Ashike. Ashike. Ashtimban. Ashte.
Yeah, let's keep this rolling, guys. Keep mining that stone in the middle.
Once it's challenging my buildings here.
Look at those.
Ashike. Tabish.
Where at?
Right, there's a bunch of
We're here.
bombards.
And
I
do have some trebs that can-
Yeah,
I can-
yeah, I got champions here too, so I can defend you while you use the trebs.
all right, cool. Deploying treb. You know,
Share. Boots just in line. Ashike.
I'll just go run around here for a while with them.
Share.
we have rams as well. Let's see, where can we take that?
Alright, you got 2 of those down. Good job. Already. That was quick. Alright,
Skirmishers,
yellow's
yeah.
coming this way, yellow's coming this way. Keep hitting those. Yep, perfect.
Kayashe.
Keep taking out the other bombards moving forward.
Ashike. Share. Share.
Move your trebs up.
Yep, moving trebs up.
Yep, awesome.
Ashike. Aduts. Shot it. Abish. Shot. Shot it. Shike. Abish. Shot.
Alright, I'm blocking you right now. Bring it in.
Shot it. Abish.
Blue's coming for you. I got champions.
I got wards. And then let's see. Barracks. Oh, my siege is not wasn't even
Shit,
contested.
I need to help mid. It's me against 3 colors? Fuck.
Yeah, hold on. I'm backing up.
I'm sending guys.
I got more.
Alright, where did my monk go? Get that other relic, dude. Come on.
Ashike. Ashi. Ashare. Asha. Tabish. Casting bang. Asha.
Hussars as well. With their trade, since they're kind of coming through the middle.
Here, if anyone has any onagers, there's a huge amount. They're moving them now. They got all locked up with their trade.
Yeah,
But they got it free.
Yeah, let me queue up. I'm gonna queue up the onagers. I know Logan has some, and they have good range too. Hold on. Sending the halbs to support the siege. They make it. They did not.
Alright, we gotta regroup in center. Just take mid right back.
Yeah.
All units to mid.
Yep.
Right.
We just need to be careful about this point right here as well. They wanna
Okay,
throw a wall
I have
up
some
or something.
cavaliers.
If we could put a wall there, just to
Nah,
block it
they're too scared. They're not gonna do that.
Alright, I mean they're doing it right now.
They're just manga dice.
Yeah, but they're they're sending troops over there.
Build more cav. I have stables there, so I can help. There's a mine. Okay, so I can. I have more trebs, so that's not a big deal.
Love it.
Ashike.
Atut. Ashsea.
Somebody was about to take their.
Share. Ashsea.
They lost their monk. Tribes are up there. Okay, I see ram. I do have cavaliers, so I can counter. Also have hussars to counter. Mamelukes to counter me.
We got trebs. Red trebs.
I'm on them.
Moving.
Ashike. Koshonen.
Trebs are down.
It's a yellow one.
Got Halberds
my
on the
God.
way. Got Halberds on the way, and then I can send Trebs as well.
Shade, Goshone, Ashi.
There's camp.
Ashike, Sha. Shastinban, Shade. Tabish, Kayashe. Ashike. Sha. Shade. Tabish.
We need some calves from blue. I don't know.
Well,
We'll get the Saman's
Mamelukes.
Eagle Warriors. Can you take out those onagers, Saman?
at honors. Okay, yeah, I see that.
Right in the back, right up here.
Throwing his Mamelukes towards my. He's on the onagers if you can. Yeah, they have good range, so should be good.
I gotta build up in the back. Keep just losing them.
Alright, we're gaining ground back.
Notice that Shoaib is migrating his elephants, so
Trying to get to my.
yeah. He has to migrate to Gith there.
Hey, Doba, you got a lot of these halberdiers kind of just chilling over here.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's mine as well. Watch those war wagons. I think trying to break that wall. Not the wall, but like tower. Okay, what can counter Mamelukes? Is that eagles or?
high attack, very good against cavalry and melee units. So they have
Could someone throw me some wood? I mean, I could buy it from the thing, but I'm running low. I could buy it from trade.
I don't know myself. I do have.
It's fine. I'm good. I'm good. I just bought it. Remember. Definitely will. I have way too much since I bought that as well. If anyone needs wood, let me know.
I also noticed migrating the trebuchets. So, yeah. How can you take advantage of that? Since they're migrating their units from like far away.
Well, kill them before they respawn.
And let's see, siege we need. I'm keying up rams.
Logan, watch out, they got rams right on you. I'm trying to get them. Yeah, we got that siege again. We need those Eagle Warriors, take those out. I don't know if you can throw those out there, possibly.
Yeah, just I need to buy some wood too.
Here, how much you need?
About 1,000, like just to keep my farms running.
Shade, Arse.
Hey, Sharky, can you get a do you have a siege workshop? Yeah. Can you
Yes, I
send
do.
some rams this way? Just on a side thing, just a couple of them.
Oh, yeah, on the side, yep.
Like
Um,
those towers are just like sitting there, and they have.
I can take care of that. I do have. I know I
Don't send the ones that are in the mid. Only send them on the side, because right now they'll see them go up.
Kill up and the woad roars towards that sea. There's trebs here and with elephants.
Elephant's coming left. Elephant's coming right.
Oh, my rams did.
Oh yeah,
So
they
break through.
destroyed. Oh, they wrecked. Yeah, it's
My
awesome.
rams broke through, so yeah.
Yeah.
Should have
Now we got all
focused
these
on.
trebs. We need to get those trebs. Oh, we got some green cavalry coming right in.
Yeah. Running in. That's what I was saying. They're coming from the left.
So use these barracks, Doba. You got these barracks. I mean, produce from that side. You should be. You got guys that are spawning like way on the other side. Try to just keep them only where the battle's taking place to move them from.
Reinforcing mid. Let's see. Do we need? Who has good archers?
I'm
I
making
should.
hand cannoneers right now.
Oh, hand cannons. Yeah.
Really trying to push left or the top part right now.
Okay, let me send a castle that way. Yeah, castle would be good addition.
Back, raid is something.
I can't believe there's still resources in mid. We've just been fighting over it. Yeah, we need. Where Dobo? I mean halberdiers top. Why like? Go send them in.
Okay, I can. Yeah, they are being countered by the Mamelukes, so. Castle going up.
Oh, we got a lot of guys here.
They have trebs. Yep.
Yeah, we were getting raided.
What are these villagers doing here? Okay, and then.
Here, same here. So hand cannoneers, what are they really good against?
Infantry.
Infantry. Which we don't really need right now.
Moving up the trebs. I'll send halberdiers that way. Watch out for the Mamelukes. Got halberds there. These markets coming from.
Oh yeah, we gotta just. This is our. I mean, we're getting fucked.
Gotta keep pushing.
Good. I'm gonna join Salman's ball here.
We need help up top. I'm fucked.
Alright.
Sends him that way. That's the market too. So yes.
Yeah, Dubbo, no hand cannoners. You don't need them.
No, I stopped making them. I just made some and I'm on the fucking helps. Alright, repair your market.
That's your market.
Oh no shit.
Shit. Logan's Victoria's going down.
You guys have an answer for it?
Nope.
No.
I got a wild card move. Trying everything I can, but I'm getting fucked over on Logan.
Yeah, I think we got countered by my infantry. Got countered by the Mangodai and the Mamelukes, and then
I got a wild card attack I'm sending in.
That's
what else to do, 'cause we're getting
Dubbo, that's not gonna do anything. Why are they not helping out take out these elephants? I mean, come on, man.
'cause we're already fucked up there.
someone has his ball there, but let's see.
Sending them back up. Rather than fucking chasing them around.
Putting up another market, reset the market.
Charging with the elephants again.
Yeah, Dubbo, you gotta make some more barracks over here, buddy. Come on. You lost them up top.
I know, I'm again on a wood.
Oh, wood. Yeah, I'm having wood problems too.
Do you have a market?
Fuck.
I do.
Well, if you guys can't recover from this, you guys can.
We gotta do it now.
So they're sending units at here.
Shot it. Abish.
I mean, I think they're running low on shit too. It's not like they don't have some epic force against us.
Moonsef trying something. Castle.
Shot it. Justin Ban. Shot. Ashike. Gogaya. Shot it. Utska. Abish. Shot. Justin Shot. Gaya Shake. Shot it. Ashike. Gogaya. Abish. Justin Ban. Gaya Shake. Gaya. Gaya Shake. Gogaya. Gaya Shake. Gogaya. Gaya Shake. Shot it. Abish. Shot. Just shot. Ashike. Just shot. Shot. Just shot. Just shot. 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 Gaya Shake. Abish. Justin Ban. Ashike. Gogaya. Abish. Ashike. Shot. Gaya Shake. Shot it. Ashike. Shot. Shot. Shot.
Gonna trap that one.
Abish. Gogaya. Ashike. Gaya Shake. Gaya Shake.
I think we might be pretty fucked on this one, guys.
Ashike. Gogaya Shake. Gaya Shake. Shot it. Shot. Justin Gogaya.
Oh, I'm ready to go whenever you guys are.
Abish. Utska. Justin Ban. Shot it. Gaya Shake.
Last push, alright. We always do.
Justin Ban. Justin Ban. Shot it.
Oh,
Shot
they took my marker down. Up fucking again. Damn it.
it. Gaya Shake. Justin Ban. Gogaya. Shot it. Gaya Shake. Ashike. Shot it. Justin Ban. Ashike. Shot it. Abish. Gogaya. Gaya Shake. Gogaya. Gaya Shake. Ashike.
There you go. Graham's coming in purple.
It's blue, so
Alright, let's call it.
Alright,
We're just wasting time.
I agree.
all right. Yeah,
That was a good
I'm ready to
game.
call it. It was good.
Good game, though. Good.
Oh man.
The resource issue?
Guys. No, these guys. Well, I mean, part of it was
Good game,
definitely
everybody.
a research
Good game.
resource
Yeah, it's a good
issue,
one.
but they also didn't have a way to respond to
Ashike.
the damage you guys did up top.
Specifically?
Because you hit the markets, they were out of wood.
Yeah, that's what I thought, right? It was a resource problem.
The part, like I said, part of it was a resource issue. The other part was they didn't have an answer for the
Tabish.
units you guys had up top. Like they didn't know how to deal with the Mugadai, the Mamelukes, the elephants together with the siege.
So, what was your advice to them, Salman, for that situation? I guess.
I mean, I really dialed back on the amount of advice I was giving this game.
Right. So, I guess Logan, how are you when you saw that type of force? I guess how were you gonna counter that? I guess from your mind.
Well, what happened was it looked like we started fighting mid, and then
Mhm.
once the top opened, it was only like me up top, and then Doba was kind of sending stuff, and then Sharky was never up top, and or at least in a big presence. I mean, if he was like it was small, it wasn't impactful, and then it just kind of it became a just overwhelming force. Like the halberdiers weren't there when I needed them, and like it just we were kind of out of sync. just overall, and then just yes, snowballed.
To be fair to Sharky was fighting mid. Like he was trying to hold mid.
Right,
So
but that's
yeah,
the
him and
problem.
Munsif were
Like
fighting.
you guys, so right. What happened was we couldn't handle both. We just like all of a sudden like I don't know our bandwidth or whatever we want to talk about that. Like it just became like we were just flustered on both. I mean, how are our resources? Like that's like the question, right? So if we can't handle both, how are you guys handling both? And we just couldn't do that. We weren't mobile enough or something. I don't know because elephants were everywhere and halberdiers were
Right.
only one spot at certain times. So and then I saw Dobo. You need to work on where you're producing units. Your goths, man. You can produce from the top and bottom. Like don't use all the barracks. Like I saw halberdiers from the bottom going all the way to the top. I mean that's just the timing. Those units are going to get there, or it's already out of the battle's done. So it's like you got to only use the barracks that are up
You
top.
remember what I said pregame? You build those barracks up front, and the stables in the back,
Yeah.
and the
Right, he
cav
did
and
build them in the
infantry-
back for some reason. I don't know why he did that, but yeah.
The cav and the infantry reach at the same time. You go.
But yeah, so I don't know if that really would have changed it, but just the elephants became a problem. Then the paladins became a problem. We just didn't have enough, I think, halberdiers, and yeah, just the amount was just too much.
So the key there was that Salman was going to get countered anyway, to be honest.
I know that.
So he couldn't actually Salman. The only way for Salman to make an impact was that if you guys attacked together. Like otherwise, he can't go in. Like he just can't. So then the key to your success was really Logan was your units. Right, so you had a pretty beefy, like sort of like
and
a lineup.
I was in mid, and no one was there. There was a turning point where we just totally my army. I'm like, where are you guys? My whole army just got like triple teamed, quadruple. It was just like I'm like, where's people? And that's what I'm like talking about. Where was the goth player or the head ears? I mean,
what happened? What happened was that Munsif was sending pallies. So Dobo was trying to do the thing where they were trying to, like on the bottom side. So I don't know if you, from the orientation, I guess, it was more like yellow side, like Fassel side. So the yellow side area is where there was heavy, like that's where, by the way, Munsif was coming from. So the Dobo and Sharky were sort of, Sharky kind of not as crazy. Like Sharky was still trying to hold that lower half of that area with his pikes and stuff to prevent attacks from there. But Dobo was there as well, actually, and there were a couple of times he was kind of with you. But actually, what happened, Logan, which you were experiencing, is you kind of got like isolated on the top end, like the top side of it, and they were kind of like more on the bottom side. Now, by the way, don't get me wrong, there were a couple of times because you had the siege tower, the bombard towers, so they corralled their units there. But because the way you were building, if you kind of think about it, you were kind of coming from where your purple buildings were and your siege workshops were. You were inherently coming from that top side, right? You were coming straight down, and Dobo and Sharky were coming from the bottom side. So you guys, at a couple of times when you actually did meet, it was like, you guys made some great pushes in center. So basically you guys contested the center resources, which was great. It was very nice to see. However, we really needed your onagers to live, and we needed your war wagons to live, because they were kind of like soaking some damage. And the problem was that I think there were a few times, because you were caught in isolation, Logan, that's why you were feeling that. Because wherever you were building, so what would happen is, where you were queuing your siege stuff, which was coming in this one direction, what was happening is that you queued them and rallied them. So by the time you showed up, Munsif was sending, just because he was sending cavalry, the Dobo was trying his best with Sharky. They were chasing. They were trying to chase. And believe you me, for good or for bad, it kind of kept Munsif's cavalry out of the battle. Which still meant that you were kind of then stuck, like, dealing with freaking Ellies on your own and shit. And that's really what the problem was. If you had maybe one guy kind of prevent the pallies, and like to your point, Logan, where maybe one infantry player was with your units, you were. And by the way, don't get me wrong. A couple of times you actually had that, in which case you actually had some success. Like, you know, you guys were doing really well. You were pushing. You made a multitude of units, which was great. And then Salman would just kind of come in and like sneak in like with his with his eagles and try to do his best to take out siege or take out some units, maybe some builders. So he was doing his job. And I think that Salman also built like the Mayan archers, which was really nice. It was good. He needed to do that. But you know, the crux of the issue was that you guys were getting too separated. I think, and that's why I think, Logan, you were getting that feeling of, what the freak, man? I'm just getting like three teamed, because essentially, if we kind of work on your units, the other units are kind of meaningless. Like, that was really the thing. So one question I had for you, and I didn't see the map, by the way, Logan, so sorry about that. Did you build? Were there other siege workshops that you had like in a semicircle around, like on the other side?
He did.
Or was it just there?
He did. I'm looking at it right now.
But then, I guess like that's not where a lot of the units were really coming from. Because that's what really bothered me, is that you kept rallying units. Logan, correct me if I'm wrong, but it almost seemed like yes, initially they were coming diagonally, like straight mid, which is fine. But at some point, they were just rallying from that one spot, which, by the way, Logan, that's the feeling of the triple team you were experiencing at that point. And I don't know if you kind of like said, hey, listen, screw this shit. I can't even necessarily build from here because I'm siege and whatnot, and I'll just get wrecked. So you know what? I'm going to go build behind. I'll go straight diagonal in, deeper into the base and build there, and then move my shit from there. So that at least you're not getting taken out by stupid LEs or whatever, you know? And I don't know if that was like part of the equation. I guess, Logan, can you tell me like your forces? Were you building more from I guess, from the 12 o'clock area than the 9 o'clock area, maybe?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, that's really what the problem was. So if you built from the 9 o'clock area, you would be fine. Yeah, you would lose a couple of buildings there in the front, but not a big deal. Because what would happen is you would push mid. Because I don't know if you noticed, you kind of held mid, and whenever they charged in, it's not like you lost it's not like you lost mid because of it. So literally, your army was the key to, like, you had to live. Period. No matter what. As long as you lived, you kind of win. Because your onagers outrange, you got, you know, like you had like the bomber towers, like, I mean, you were fine. You were completely okay. So to me, that was the problem. But I thought, you know, Dobo did pretty good. I like Sharky's play. Kind of played good. I saw the Road Warriors make a cameo, which was Sharky. That was all you, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like randomly throwing them, that was giving Fassel fits because every time he would try to forward build, his villagers would just end up dying because you just randomly sent Road Warriors around. That was hilarious. But Dobo, pretty good. I thought you did pretty good with the barracks, but of course the pressure started even mounting further. And again, not to take anything away from Dobo, he actually had built barracks in the backside, but the thing is, he only had those 3 barracks there, and you know, when he lost those barracks, then he was screwed. So actually, there was a few times, Logan, I don't even know if you noticed, Teal was Dobo, right?
Yeah.
He actually sent quite a few villagers to actually, like, he sent them there with the precise reason to forward build, like make the barracks there, but they just died. Like, he just kind of like sent them too far ahead, and then they were just like, shit. Like, instead of like, you know where, Logan, you had your towers? If he built his barracks there, you guys could have, like, you know, made a concerted counter push, but he lost those villagers, then it became even harder, and that was just kind of like problematic. But what I liked about it was that you guys fought on multiple fronts. So you did the mid and the top. You did a defense and an offense, and that was really nice to see that you guys were able to do it. It was a bit more chaotic, but generally you guys kind of held, and I really like that. From my team, I still had to instigate a lot of the comms this time, just to show them about certain things that were kind of missing. There's a huge tendency of people to go passive or just combobulate and not say anything. Like if they can't build a unit that they need, instead of asking, I know Munsif like once or twice, asked for resources, food, and I think at one time he even asked for stone. But other than that, nobody really said like, hey, for me to do siege, I need this or that, or. And by siege, it's not just randomly like onagers or rams or anything like that. Like it would be like, hey, for me to build trebs, I need to do this X, Y, and Z or whatnot. So that was kind of important. So apart from that, the pushing was a problem, generally speaking. Not layering the units again. So quite a few times, Shoaib lost his Ellies because he had no protection and he went really in. And they just died, whatever. The Mungadai weren't really there to help support him at times, but then sometimes they couldn't even go there because he didn't have critical mass. Faisal didn't have critical mass, but the Ellies would just keep going straight, just because maybe they saw some onagers and stuff. Munsif did pretty good, but the cavalry was dying a lot to the pikes. So Munsif, for you, it wasn't just like, yeah, if for example, like you're protecting siege to some extent here and there, it's okay. Like if you see eagle warriors and you want to protect them, but there were a few times where you charge proactively with the Ellies. It kind of beats the purpose of the cavalry when you attack with the Ellies on the same type of units around the same area. Your whole job is to still, like, you're basically, like microing your pallies, and you're going behind the line to see if you can find any siege. Like that's really what you're doing. I mean, there's not much you can do, like other than that. Like, so if you are another shield with like a meat shield with Shoaib, it just kind of like takes away the whole mobility factor. Like Shoaib's life was really dependent on Faisal. Faisal's Mungadais needed to keep the pikes away, and you were basically going to create like a lot of stress in the back line to Logan, right? Like that was the very important thing. And a couple of times you got some good charges into the war wagons, which was nice. You also got some onagers, which was okay, also nice. But there were more times you were kind of with the Ellies, like too close to the Ellies, and that kind of like, like you couldn't do anything about that. So, but overall, the fact that you were able to get to the resources, the fact that you were able to use some of the Spanish advantages, that was good. It was good to see. I actually liked that. That was kind of done nicely. Faisal got access to resources. He kind of got his economy going. Still a bit too scattered in the building, so didn't really have central rally points from where to kind of attack. So units were coming from all which way, and then it was harder to corral units or rally them properly. So that was kind of like an issue. However, resources weren't an issue on our team this time. Basically, once we started getting more of the right type of units to let the Ellies live, then we were able to actually get the momentum. Yeah, the Mangadai is a little tricky. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, when you see the Saracen Mamluks and stuff, I mean, they're kind of like anti-infantry, anti-cavalry and whatnot. You got to do a combination. That's why I was saying that there's nothing someone can really do with his eagles there. Like, he literally just needs to take out siege and not worry about it anymore. Like, do his job. But the thing is, he can't go in alone. Like, that was the thing. Like, he just can't go alone. By the way, was Sharky? Were you on cav duty?
Yeah, I did have some cav there.
Some cav, but was that your duty or what were you doing?
Tertiary duty, aside from infantry and siege.
Okay, so who was doing mostly cav as primary? Did you have anybody kind of doing that? Or Salman was gonna just kind of do Eagles?
I mean, I had a lot of food, so I started making a lot of hussars, but that was not our main cav.
I see. No, no, no. I know you did that, but I don't know if like anybody was more mobile with their horses or not. If not, it's not a big deal. I can't remember. Hey, Dobo, where were you? You were Japs?
Who's gods?
It was gods.
Oh, you
No,
were
God.
Gots, so for sure that was kind of an issue. Okay, so you were Gots. Sharky, you were what?
Celts.
Huh. Okay, so Sharky could have gone the Pallies.
Yeah,
Like he could have gone Pallies.
I remember talking about everybody. You know, what's going to be your secondary dual role?
Correct.
Sharky
Correct.
was gonna go Cav, and then Dobo was gonna add in hand cannoneers if needed.
Right. Correct. 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 Yes. 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 That's right. So Sharky, yes. Pallies as Celts. Pallies. That's what was kind of needed. Like if you had Pallies, that would have further put more pressure. So the Pallies can't go by themselves, but they needed more pressure. Like you needed to pressure that line. But I think generally, you know, they at least did their job. It was good to see. From our side, I actually like the fact that there was more. I know I instigated more of the convo to show conversation about like the frequency of looking and scouting. So one thing I liked was there was a bit more scouting than before. It did require me to tell them, hey, listen, this is a good time to scout. This is a good time to scout. And it was interrupting everybody's like way of doing things. And the comms and the communication, which was necessary, right? So the comms and the communication, and not just saying, oh, I see units here, or I see there's a lot of presence here. It was more about like, hey, you know, what I actually liked was that the team was mirroring wherever Dobo and Logan were going. That was really nice to see. I want to actually say that the scouting, Shoaib, your scout, identifying where the heck Logan's army went was
That
huge.
was a big question mark. Yeah.
It was huge.
I mean, because the Doba was gods, so we were thinking they may try to, come one way or the other, right? So.
That's right. So, Teal did some decent scouting too, or was scouting. So that was pretty nice to see.
That was Dobo.
Oh, Dobo! Oh, Dobo, nice, bro.
Yeah,
Freaking scouting was good.
That one call out was beautiful. He goes, "Hey guys, can everybody send one scout out?" Beautiful call out.
Nice. That was very nice to
keep
see.
it like every 5 minutes, send one scout, so it was just like a reminder. Let's try and do
Yeah,
it.
so I said pregame, hey, send a scout every 5 minutes.
I like that.
See what they're up to.
Yeah. No, that was great. I thought everybody did a great job. Again, I don't care about the win or loss thing. It was, based on this map, did we get the right setup? Did we get the right comms? Were we talking a bit? Were we talking more? Did we, our setup, the comms to fight? I mean, guys, there's going to be problems, right? Like, there's going to be issues. There were more issues on our side because I think there's more. There's obviously some issues that the team has to generally resolve. And to be honest, I had to troll my team so that they kind of get into the proper groove. So this last game, everybody was kind of like, okay, synergized in okay, I'm going to do this. I have a plan of what I'm going to do. And this is how I'm going to synergize with my teammates. And that's what warranted more of me kind of like now, hey, I can help here, or hey, I can do this, or hey, let's scout there. And that's what warranted the good behavior from the team at large. Then was rewarded by, okay, guys, let's do this, let's do that, let's talk more. So I thought that we took a step forward in the last game as a team, but I also believe that you guys, as in the whole group, took a step forward tonight. Just kind of like, and I'm hoping that the learnings that we got tonight, basically, Salman and I are going to be more and more hands off in terms of scouting and, the comms, and more you guys are going to be doing the leading. And if you kind of notice the way the map is, if you're not talking with each other and coordinating, And if you don't like respect your opponent and take care of your side as well, I mean, you could get burned hard, big time. So that was very nice to see that the scouting stuff and the communication generally from both teams, especially in this last game, it turned out that it turned to be pretty good to see. So I was kind of like overall pretty happy. Someone, any thoughts from your side? I know our team did actually much better, much better in their comms and picking and synergizing and goal with specific mini goals that they had. So everyone did kind of like what they were supposed to.
Yeah, there was a couple times where like I saw a raid or something, and I don't know if you saw it, Munsif, but I had like my units are just gathered right there. It's just like standing there waiting for the call
So
out.
Munsif and Shoaib dropped. Just
Oh, okay.
FYI.
Okay. Well, so I don't know if my team saw it, but basically I pulled the units there. They were ready to go, and I was just waiting for the call. So you guys need to recognize the alarm sound when there's no fighting going on that you're getting raided. So that's one thing. Because Sharky lost, I think there's like 12 farmers. It's pretty painful. I was just like standing there watching these cav go at him.
Yikes.
Um,
Okay.
Then Munsif did the smart decision to go hit my woodcutters, so
Oh, okay.
that's why you saw eagles.
I see. Yeah, I think Munsif made a comment about, hey, why is Salman sending eagles into our base? I was like, oh, whatever. Like, okay. But he was just kind of questioning why you sent them like deep in his base to the.
Well, so it was two-part reason. One, he hit Sharky hard, and he wasn't paying attention. Uh, and then two, he hit me. So then the third was, okay, well, let's see if you can handle a raid real quick. Which
I see.
you had to come step in for him. So when I saw the knights, I backed out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That, I mean, that's fine. Not an issue.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So
open it. I guess I'm gonna. I guess was that. Did you feel, Saman, that the team just kind of like did still fairly good, even in this last game?
I mean, they did not as good the first two games, but that I think part of that was because I took a step back, which is fine. That's to be expected. But overall, I was pretty happy with the way they performed. There was good communication. There was good synergy. Everybody was keeping in contact with each other. When Sharky needed help, Dubbo would come. He was right there in the mid, so he built both ways immediately. Yeah, I said, "Hey man, you need to work your eco." He's like, "Yeah man, I'm building my barracks, and I'm gonna go work on my eco." Solid work.
Nice. Okay,
So
good.
I had no major complaints.
Good. Excellent. So now I'll just like kind of to close this out. I'll leave the floor open. So Logan, I guess overall, and just a caveat, right? There were lessons that our team needed, which is why the first two games my presence was just whatever. In the last game, because my team actually did something that they were supposed to and they synergized more, I actually helped and communicate more so that they could kind of get into their head that okay, I see how this works. I see how this works. So from our side, I think that there was a bit like, to me, the last game was really a game where it was kind of like, okay, we kind of finally got everybody synergized to some extent, and everybody's kind of calm, cool, and just kind of playing the game and doing the bigger strategy, but the mini strategy as well. So that's why it was rewarded, not so much in the first two games, and that's just how it's going to be. So having said that, Logan, how did you feel?
I thought it was a great game. I mean, I feel like we just had a struggle. Like the first game, we had our pushes, and same thing with the second game. This game, I felt like we were just skirmishing, and I think I said that. Like I felt like we were kind of just little battles here and there, and not actually like getting together to make a push. And that we kind of we didn't get into our churn because I like saw how we kind of built up, but still I felt like we got there. We went to a churn where we just started sending units in and didn't really try to like make something out of it, and like we just sent units because I know that's where like some of the synergy like the impactful ones were like, I don't know, Sharky sent some rams in, like I'm sending my onagers, like Dobo's not there, and I'm like, why do I have my onagers out, and like gotta wait for him, and like stuff like that. Just how we were just kind of not as in sync as the other games. It could be getting tired and stuff, but I felt. I mean, I thought it was still a good game though.
Quick, I always end up doing worse on the later games. I think at like we start hitting that 2 o'clock in the morning time, and my last game's always the worst. Not making excuses for myself or anything, but only human. Get tired.
Well,
But I mean,
just remember, the first 2 games, my participation was minimal to almost not there. So what I'm saying is that the moment I just come in to do a somewhat support, like I give you an example. You know that second game we played, that push you guys did on the top, you would never be able to do it. And then the fact that you guys left Sharky, and which is what Salman called out, like you didn't let Sharky defend, he was going to get ruined. The other thing I want you guys to pay attention to, the first attack that they did, if Salman doesn't really come in to help, and if it's a true 3v3, you're dead. So I want you to make sure you understand that at the end, what the W isn't really a W. It's about like points of the game that I'm hoping you guys can appreciate and understand that shit. You know what? I screwed up here, and if I didn't really get any help, or if I was supposed to hold my area, I was done. Like shit. So you know what? I need to improve that part of my game. And what do I need to do in order to improve that piece of my game so that I'm not in that situation, right? Like so to what I'm trying to say is, it's a little bit deceiving. So the more like the more it seems like. So when I'm in the first 2 games, I had so many issues with my team, I couldn't even really help support them at all. That's the big difference between the first 2 and the last game, where you saw like there was some level. And I still was really telling my team that they need to be sending the siege. They need to be doing the pushing. And it was still a struggle. It was just kind of like a struggle, and that's okay. I want them to struggle that way, but I just want to put it out there. Like, just make sure you understand. Pay attention not to the win and the loss. Pay attention to the points of the game where you got compromised, and that's for everybody. And pay attention to when your leader, like Salman, when he calls out certain things, chances are that that's a place where if Salman isn't there, you're done. Like you lose. So I want you to just pay attention to those areas. And if you actually do that, you'll just perform like to the next level. Like boom, 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 boom.
Is the floor open or not?
Yeah, the floor is open.
Logan, did you want to retort?
Not really. It was good, and I do see Blue, you're making a bigger impact, and that's fine. I just noticed I'm watching the replay, and Dobo started making champions, and there's a time where he made hand cannoneers, and but like he not the excuse or whatever, but we really, I mean, halberdiers are super crucial, especially when paladins and elephants are in the game. And when he made hand cannoneers, I was kind of like, just what the heck. And the thing is, like, I mean, I agree. Game knowledge probably is not there yet, but really, I mean, impactfulness would have been just halberdiers, honestly. And then what was it? Like Sharky, I can't really see what exactly what was going on there, but I think I'm trying to think of why like the paladins were running loose, and it's because like shit, we had the wrong unit out. But I'm trying to say I need to do better on realizing what units we have, because I'm thinking, oh, he's got me covered with halberdiers, which I mean he did have some. So,
Yeah, well,
but
just a quick point, Logan. You actually had 3 people making halberdiers.
yeah, no, you did too. I saw.
No, I know,
Um,
but you had 3 players making halberdiers, and you're still kind of saying, "Oh, we didn't have enough halbs." Just saying.
True. I mean, but like we talked about earlier about my army, basically no halberdiers were on me. How all 3 people were not on me? I mean, I guess that's where I'm kind of they instead of saying we needed more, I guess I should say they were not positioned well. They were kind
Yeah.
of
So no,
just running
no.
rapid.
So what you
So
should have called for, so one time, so the things you got to pay attention to is sometimes what other people are calling out. So you didn't see it, but I think it was Munsif was making a train of bombard towers into Sharky's base. Lit- a literal
right,
train.
and I made a couple of bombard cannons too, by the way, over there.
Yeah, no, I saw. But the thing is, Sharky's gonna get pulled there, right? And Sharky needed help, so I went there. But the thing was, Dobo also went there. So you needed one of us to stay with you. And that in that scenario, Dobo should have stayed with you. You should have called for that, right? But like I said,
Well,
I took a
yeah,
step
no,
back.
that's agreed. I want to watch this stream because I did say something about how it's like there. I feel like we overreacted. I mean, they're just bombard cannons, and I think even or towers, and even Sharky called for like let me make a trap, and it's like that's perfectly fine. And I think it was just like we didn't all need to be like, oh, send all the halberdiers. Like we didn't. It's like I feel like we kind of just panicked in a way. And it's just like they're just towers, and the fact that like it's Munsif we're talking about here. It's not like Blue taking bomber towers. It's not Saman. It's not even Fassel for. I mean, like you're talking about Munsif. So, which I mean, he's not going to pump out towers like it's like no tomorrow. I mean, they're going to pop up, and then it's like, okay. I mean, you got time to respond. So,
Yeah,
but
but
I do. I think that was the issue is that we weren't the synergy of like, oh yeah, like only one person needs to go help. It doesn't need to be a whole like
yeah,
let's send everybody.
but let's flip this on its head real quick. So it's Sharky's area under threat. Sharky should respond, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So there you go. Sharky is responding. I'm technically on support slash defense duty, so it's my job to go help him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dobo's area is not under threat. I'm already supporting Sharky, so he should have stayed with you. That's all I'm saying. In that
Mm-hmm.
specific scenario. But you know, Sharky, Dobo already had that mentality. I'm in mid. I need to go help my buddies out. So you know, I get where he's coming from too.
Mm-hmm. Well, then the other thing too, Saman, like what when you see those towers, and really, was there a presence of an army, like a massive army? Like I'm just
Uh,
trying to think of like it's yes, Sharky needs to obviously go clear up the issue, go like help like protect his space, defend his base. But it's like at the same time, does he need to send everybody? I mean, if it's like for instance, like we
if
had a
I
couple times where our scouts were
remember,
running on our
it
base,
was
and
it
I saw
was
like all these halberdiers just go charge these scouts, and it's like guys, it's just a couple scouts. Just like you have halberdiers coming out from these barracks, and if you don't have barracks near your farms, you need to work on that. That's something you need to work on. I mean, regardless of what civ, always have some military buildings there to just you call town bell, have a couple halberdiers pop out. I mean, it's really it's just something to work on. And so that being yes, you get your attention over there. However, it's not something to send your whole army over. I don't know if in the second game, someone there was a when what was it when Dobo was getting pressured up top. Like I was moving my army, like I split my army off. Actually, it was this game that I split, but basically I didn't move my whole army to go help him. I kind of actually like progressed toward him. I kind of like just, oh, I need to get closer just in case something's
yeah.
happening, but I
So
can still do the protection of the mid and the boars. Like I was doing both at the same time,
I
keeping
don't
my eye on
know.
both.
I don't know if you
So
saw. I actually had Halp's position behind you.
okay, I mean, regardless, it's like still didn't. I mean, we still lost my army, but whatever. I mean, you did a good job. We just it seemed like maybe we needed more, but
No,
um,
so what I'm saying is you need to recognize who's doing what where, right? So that's where this communication. That's what I'm talking about. Where communication comes into to play, and the player you should have called back would have been Dobo. Or on the flip side, you could have called on me because I was also kind of doing a dual infantry role, right?
Yeah.
But you
Is
notice when you called out, hey, I'm feeling left out. I'm by myself. Orange suddenly
Yeah.
just
Oh,
showed up.
right at an hour 25. Literally, no one's in mid except me, and I'm just getting destroyed. There's no other battle going on, by the way. No other battle. I don't know what's going on at that time. So I think that was their turning
are you
point.
looking at a replay? Are you looking at the replay? You
Yeah,
could
yeah.
probably toggle between the players to see how their resources were and stuff.
Hmm. And that
does
was when I had my towers go, and then we got pushed back. And then I think that was just you guys moved because it was I had elephants, I had the blues onagers, and the paladins charged me, and some skirmishers on the side. And I saw Saman has eagle warriors on the left, just kind of. I think he's building. Oh, and Sharky has some wood raiders building up, but it's just my siege right there, or like war wagons. Yeah, jeez, where was what's the population? Yeah, Dobo had 113. I had 151. Sharky had 120. Military wise, 23, 33, 55. Where's 55? I don't know. It was a great game. I'm obviously nitpicking. I mean, it's trying to figure out like what exactly went wrong, and it seemed like there's a point where we kind of, and this is what we go with is the whole of the whole replenishing our troops, where we get caught doing too much micro and not enough like, oh yeah, I need to have guys that are about to like come like rebuild. And so we get caught up like, oh, we send an army in and it's like, oh, I forgot to have a queue. So I think that at this point, now if it's resources, then we need to obviously communicate that better. But I'm on Dobo right now. He has 23,000 food, 6,000 wood, and he's queuing up units now after the fact, which should not be the case.
Well, part of that goes back to you need to manage pop properly. If you overreact, then you can't go help someone else. Which Dobo and Sharky are more prone to overreact than the rest of the whole group because of their inexperience. That's an unfortunate fact. It's gonna happen sometimes. That's fine though. Like as a team, they work great together.
Does Dobo or Sharky want to chime in and say anything contributive?
Me and Sharky work great as a team together. I agree with that.
Yeah, and I
Go
did notice,
Vegeta.
yeah, Gogeta. I did notice, I did feel kind of my contribution when I was with Logan, and then when I got split off, that's when kind of things went downhill, performance-wise.
That's awesome that you at least recognize that. Anything else, you guys?
Yeah, that was. I mean, that was a tough game for. I think. Like Logan was saying, my rally points on my barracks weren't done properly. I was more, stacking everyone in mid, and then we were getting overwhelmed trying to spread it. Then I'm trying to split up my barracks, and they started falling on the back in Logan's base. And instead of just having like one rally point for all of them in mid, I was trying to break it up. It just didn't work for me.
It's no biggie, Dobo. I mean, listen, you did great, and Sharky too. Honestly, I like the fact that you're identifying, holes or potential like gaps in your gameplay, because then you could do something about it, right? But I think the first step is saying, yeah, I think this is where I might have missed it. I really appreciate you being able to say that out loud because that means you could do something about it, which you will. So I think you're going to be okay. Sharky, anything from you additionally?
I think that's all I had to say on that.
Okay, cool.
One quick thing, Sharky. You need to fill that second DC without a reminder, brother. That's you just need to. Okay. Cool. You were saying Fassel?
No, I mean now it's optional. If anybody wants to drop off, they can because I want to deal with some group issues.
And so I told Dobo on the side, which it's probably because of new move position on the map because I was obviously new up top. Was the boars is that the mid player, like, because I started clearing boars out that like I thought he was gonna clear, but we need that space. That's where the wood is, and or like for the future wood. So we need to clear those boars out ASAP. And there's like obviously he went south to help out Sharky, but there's no need to have like and and I told him he needs an archer range too because he had both you guys. Sharky and Dobo, like all halberdiers. If what's it, Vassal, if you just came in with a bunch of skirmishers, like, I mean, it's just their armies are just dead, and so it's kind of they need to obviously diversify, but at the same time, I mean, you gotta clear these boars out because I had to clear out the top ones, and also I started clearing out like to get to mid, so I was like doing a lot of things that like why am I doing this as well as like so it's we all need to just do our I don't know who did south if Sharky if you did those two that's great but yeah, and then I saw Doba just made a town center where after I cleared all those boars, I'm like, dude, like I just did that work and now I don't get rewarded. But it's all good. So that's just oh gosh.
All right. So anyway, I'm not going to be a dick, right? So I'm just saying that the early game Sharky vulnerability is not something at least I would never exploit. I am also of the mind to improve my game and everybody else's game, and you cannot do that if all you're really looking to do is spank somebody, right? I mean, that can't be the goal, right? To me, it can't be I want to spank somebody. That's okay. Well, I get that seems that way, but that's not really why I think we're coming together. I think to remind ourselves of the objectives of why we come and play is regardless of our skill gaps, we're trying to get better as a team. We're trying to get better as individuals. And, you know, I think would suck big time if we have new players join in or guest players join in and, you know, you're going out of your way to exploit the weakest link, right? Because that's the way to, you know, tip the scales, right? And then cause an avalanche, right? And so this has been something, this is why I went off on Shoaib last time, you know, the whole opening up from the side, right? And trying to pull something through. And I watched your stream and I thought that was really gracious of you, Logan, when you said, look, you know, what happened there is, you know, not us. And, you know, and Salman went ahead and walled it up, and you were kind of like helping Doba recognize that, you know, he didn't need to necessarily try to push the end on his own from his side, right? So you were able to temper the ambition there. I don't know if you recall this from last week, but this was where we were trying to fight in mid, right? That was the goal. That was the objective. I came out in the retrospect from that game and saying I really didn't appreciate my team proposing that they open something, right? Especially because there was no preparation for any kind of blowback, which I happen to know with Salman watching the flanks. You know, there will be executive retaliation, right? And so, you know, the fact that, you know, this has been a consistent struggle with me. It needs to be something that I want to talk with Plurum and Salman and you know, Logan, I don't mind at all because you're one of the veteran players. And I don't mind if Sharky and Doba want to be flies on the wall, but, you know, I want to try to get to a productive, you know, a return to productive objectives. It doesn't make sense to me to have players want to, you know, come and focus on winning. And, you know, this was a issue with you, Logan. I know you get demoralized least ways you did in the past. I think you've really altered and adjusted yourself quite a bit because you're very achievement driven. And so what's a bigger achievement than seeing a victory banner or a defeat banner, right? I mean, that to you is a big thing, but I think you moderated yourself in that regard. And I don't think that that's a big issue at this junction, right? I think it was in the past, right? I think the fact that you would mentally check out, right? And you would get so demoralized or depressed about it, that you would just simply not want to, you know, do anything to bring a better game is what I'm saying. So I think that is really not that much of an issue at this junction. But it definitely is, you know, on our side. I think Shoaib still fouls on this, and it's a problem. I do not think that it's legit. I don't think it's something that I subscribe to, and I think needs to be controlled. I think we did a better job of that. So I don't think that was that big of a deal this time around, but I have other concerns in this time around. So let me know, guys, if we're done talking about the retrospect. I want to talk about behaviors, attitudes, and are they in alignment with why the hell it is we get together on Saturdays.
Well, so hey, I want to just jump in. One thing that just dawned on me when you were talking was the fact that I think, obviously maturity, and to me, what's really big with the victory and stuff was that before, I think I never, maybe being on Saman's side and or just like kind of, is that it puts me into a point of like I don't know everything. I'm not that good at this game as I think I or like thought I was. And when I first started like and stuff, and I'm like I'm doing the best I can. There's nothing you can change about it. But then I'm realizing I'm making certain mistakes, and it's kind of bringing me down to like earth and realizing like, well, yeah. So maybe the team did like, yeah. I mean, I kind of this past game obviously it came out a little where I was like, yeah, you guys needed to cover me, but I didn't really say that. I should have been more vocal on that. And Saman's right. Like, why did I not call for Doba to come help me? So I think that's the big thing is that it's like I used to have this say of like my what was it called? Like I'm doing everything and you guys suck. Like that attitude, which is completely wrong. There's things that I can do better. And regardless of the skill levels, like the fact that Dobo and Sharky are communicating a lot more and with me involved too. So it's not like I'm just letting them fuck around and like and then they suck. No, it's how do I get them to be better or to play with me better? And I think Saman, this is like back when we first started, is that Saman's teams always like they I wouldn't say always synergize. There's some issues, but there was a lot of times where regardless of like how he's doing or the team's doing, they still kind of come out on top. But I mean that's not the end goal. But the thing is they still figure it out. He still somehow is able to do that. And I think he probably realizes where either he made a mistake or oh my teammate's gonna kind of mess up here, but I can back him up or something. So I think that's kind of where I'm at right now. So like this game, for instance, there's things I could have done way better. And that kind of brings me down where it's not like, oh, it's all your guys' fault. That's why we lost. No. So
No,
yeah.
no, that makes perfect sense. And by the way, it shows in your games, right? And the fact that you guys are potentially like even I think I heard that Doa and Sharky played a game prior to our meeting tonight. I think that's some outstanding shit, right? The fact that people are trying to enjoy themselves and further explore their respective abilities or I love that shit. I think that's awesome, and I think I always thought it's been great whenever that you've been playing Logan through the week. You keep yourself all I have to do is let the guys know, and I think I have at least one recording today. I don't think I stopped recording our other ones because I like what I had said. It was so disgusting in the first game. I was like, I'm not going to record any more of our streams. But it was awesome to see that as usual, you've got a good grasp of things like eco and you're contributive. So solid. That's really great, man. I really thought you brought your A game. So anyway, I think the part that I thought you were missing, you've already demonstrated to the group and to yourself that if you step aside from looking at others, then and you look at yourself instead, shit, everybody just gets better. And I try to follow that, man. I think there's much to appreciate there. To the group, I apologize that I lost my temper tonight. But there are only very few things, very very few things that trip my trigger. One thing is if you're completely out of line in being offensive in your language, right? And that's sort of like gray area, right? Because we drop F-bombs left, right, and center. It's no big deal. But I think enough of us are grown up to know when somebody's being a little serious, right? And they're not being jovial. It's not a friendly snicker, nudge, nudge, go fuck yourself type of thing, which anybody gets. But I think when another person gets that, oh shit, this person's being serious, that's not something I'm not gonna take. right? So I will come back and retaliate. The other thing is passive aggressive, trying to vie for control, try to dominate, manipulate psychologically. Ultimatums are something I will not abide by. They're a form of psychological terrorism. I will not accept it. Not at any level, right? Don't tell me, anybody, don't tell me if this or this doesn't happen, I will not choose to play. Now, Logan, you've done this before, right? Like if you guys suck so much, I don't want to play with you, right? You said that before, but you didn't say it to me, right? What happened tonight was somebody said that to me, right? And you heard my response. So I will tell you to go take a flying fuck and get the fuck out of here, right? And I do not care if you ever come back or not. And if the team says, no, it's okay, and they prefer to dismiss my concern, I will not return. Okay. So yeah, it comes down to that. There's very, very few things that get me going, right? Like, and I'm letting you guys know up front, right? So any attempt to try to like threaten is a non-starter. Look, if you feel you need to go the distance to say, if this condition doesn't happen, then therefore I will apply this pressure, get out of here. Don't even show up. Take a hike, right? So I just wanted to say that, yes, I could probably better handle that, but I think sometimes it's just effective. Just let the other person know this will not fly, right? So I'm just saying, I apologize. I think that that's not the type of thing that I usually characterize myself with. I try to join in very peacefully, casually, calmly. I have a tough week like anybody else, and I look forward to having fun with pals, right? So my point is to have fun as well as to learn. The other thing I wanted to say is I've been haranguing about habits. Now, it just so happens that this has been something that I've particularly have been disturbed about Sharky in the past, right? The introverted thing makes sense. It's a personality trait and whatnot. But if it just becomes to the point where, literally this game cannot work if you're not talking, right? And so it just so happens that Sharky figured out a way to, come out of his shell and connect with Dobo, which is fantastic, right? But had it not happened, which happens to be the case with Munsif, right? This becomes a concern that gets to a point where, we have to figure out if this is a showstopper, right?